Finding the perfect balance between function, design, and value can be tough, but I think the MCHOSE K99 might have just nailed it. With a sleek design, solid build, and feature-packed package, all for under $100, this board promises a lot. Let's dive in and see if the K99 deserves a spot on your desk. Before we begin, I just want to let you know that this video was sponsored by MechLands, who provided the K99 free of charge for the purpose of this review. However, rest assured, all opinions you hear today are completely my own and unbiased. Okay, let's quickly go over an important yet often overlooked aspect, the unboxing. The K99 ships in a simple black and yellow accent box, and here's all the things you get inside. The keyboard itself accompanied by a plastic wrap and dust cover, followed by the user manual and card, USB-A to USB-C cable, dual keycap and switch puller, and a couple of spare switches. Okay, I'm going to quickly go over some of the main specs and features before I get into my own thoughts and opinions. The MCHOSE K99 comes in at $99.99 on MechLands.com, though currently on sale for $89 at the time of recording. The board features a 98% ANSI layout with 99 keys. It's got tri-mode connectivity, meaning you can connect via Bluetooth, 2.4 GHz, or wired USB-C. It also ships with a 6000 mAh battery. With the main specs and features out of the way, let's start with a surface look at this keyboard. So right off the bat, I think it's obvious it's got kind of a soft, cloudy, playful design. I've got this light white and blue color scheme, but it's also available in other variants. Thankfully for the numpad fans, it's got a 98% layout with an exploded set of arrow keys and numpad. The board is constructed from plastic, but it feels like a thick kind of a plastic, so the weight is actually still decent on it. Thanks to the gasket mount system, there's a nice cushion typing experience. Overall, the K99 feels like a really well built, sturdy keyboard. Moving to the underside, I think it's actually really aesthetic under here. So it's got kind of a soft sloped kind of a shape here. There's a rubber case foot in each corner, paired with a set of height adjustable feet featuring 2 extra levels of adjustment. There's a big anodized branded back weight. You'll also see an RGB strip that's wrapped kind of around this area. I think it's diffused really nicely and adds a nice little touch. Over on the sides, all of the connectivity options are staggered off to the right. You've got the USB-C port as well as a toggle to switch between Bluetooth 2.4 or even wired. You'll definitely have noticed this mirrored plate, and it states dare to be different, which I think is a cool message. Finishing off the edge portion, there's kind of a chamfered and ridged edge at the same time. It's hard to describe, but I think it looks really cool. Moving back up to the surface, and yeah, the top is really minimalistic, so there's not really much to cover up here. You're getting indicator LEDs beside both the num and caps lock keys. There's also this cool RGB strip between the main alphas and the numpad. In wireless modes, it can be used as a battery level indicator, but otherwise it's just another aspect of the keyboard you can customize to your own preference. Let's have a chat about the keycaps. They're double shot PBT in the MDA profile, and as I said, they've got this kind of a cloudy, marshmallowy vibe to them. The legends are nice and crisp, and the main alpha font is kind of a semi-bold, while the surrounding keys are a lighter font weight. Moving down a layer deeper, you're getting beige ice cream switches. They require an operating force of about 42 grams, which makes them decently light and enjoyable to type on. I didn't experience any fatigue over longer periods. With the way this keyboard is built, it gives off a deep, talky kind of a sound profile, but don't take my word for it. I'll be playing the sound test shortly. So the K99 ships with a massive 6000 mAh battery, and that impressed me because you usually typically only see about a 3 or a 4000 mAh one. The board also features full per-key RGB, and I have to say it's really vibrant and diffused nicely across the whole board. I'm definitely a fan of it. Talking on software compatibility for a minute, unfortunately there's no QMK or V support here. The software driver this keyboard ships with, well, it's okay. It gets the job done if you have a bit of patience. Okay, I'm going to perform a teardown to showcase the internal structure of the keyboard. Unfortunately, it feels like we're throwing it back in time a little bit here with the clipped case design. I found it extremely hard to open. Inside, you're getting a flex cut polycarbonate plate with plate mounted stabilizers, and you can also see the gaskets here that I mentioned earlier. You're getting a 5-pin hot-swappable flex-cut PCB with south-facing RGB LEDs. For sound dampening, you're getting 6 layers of foams and films. So overall, I got the feeling that MCHOSE didn't really intend on this keyboard being opened up and disassembled too much. Okay, at this point in the video, as always, I'm going to play the sound test before I leave you with my closing remarks and recommendations. So overall, I'll keep it pretty short. This is a keyboard that both looks, sounds, and feels really good, to be honest. Now, although it is hot swappable, I would say this keyboard isn't really for your people who want to disassemble and customize it too much. Overall, I recommend it as just a really solid keyboard for people who just want to take it out of the box and use it. Okay, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider dropping a like and subscribing because your support is greatly appreciated. Another huge thanks to the people over at MechLands for making this video possible.